Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Healing Waters podcast, Journey Out of Abusive Relationships. And this particular podcast is about my journey that I took coming out of toxic relationships. And it is a poetic journey, and it gives an overview of how I found God in the midst of my healing. And I was able to look at myself, which led me on paths of looking at God and understanding Him in the midst of the situation that I was going through. But I wrote a book called Healing Waters. The link is in the description if you would like to purchase it. But this week we are on Pools of Confusion. Please go back and read the poems and go over the previous videos as well, just for more clarification. But let's get started. Pools of Confusion. When a hit translate to I love you. So I know for those of you who are in physically abusive relationships, dynamic situationships, marriages, whatever you want to call it, you don't deserve to be abused, okay? You don't deserve to be mistreated and disrespected in that way. You are worth so much more. But I so understand when a hit translates to I love you. Sometimes when dealing with manipulative individuals, they would tell you, like, I am doing this because I love you. Like, this is tough love. And that's so not true, because someone who loves you will not hurt you in that manner. And a cry is hushed by withered hands. And sometimes you are in this situation and they will apologize and they will say sorry, right? They will say, I'm sorry for doing this. Like, you pushed me, or you made me do this. You made me do that. And I just want to tell you, like, in terms of like your emotions and your reactions, the only thing that we can control is like how we react, right? You can't make someone do something. We all have a choice in life, right? It's like life is about choices. We have a choice to make. Decisions to make, right? So when someone tells you, you made me do this, no, because you can control and have control over your own actions, right? So that's so not true. I wait for moments of peace. So this, yes, being in dysfunctional relationships, you just wait for that single moment of peace, that moment of silence, that quiet moment. You go to those quiet spaces and you just wait, right? And you look forward to those moments of peace. So I so understand, like, if you are going through that, I went through that as well. And then it says far and few in between. Like I said, these moments of peace are far and few. And like I said, you seek them. Sometimes it could be when that abusive individual leaves. And so you have like a moment of peace. And then like you feel like when they come back, you're like walking on eggshells. You don't know what to say. You don't know how to move. It is like very, very uncomfortable, right? And then I convinced myself that I deserve this. Sometimes we could be so low where we can convince ourselves like, this is what I deserve. I deserve this. I've been treated this way my whole life. I'm a bad person. I don't deserve the best things in life. I deserve this. That is guilt tripping. Like, do not guilt trip yourself or shame yourself for the situation that you are in. Now that you see the red flags before you see the behaviors, now it's time to make a plan. It's time to make an exit, right? It's time for you to take a step, even if it's a baby step, and just create that plan of action, that plan of escape. And like I said in previous podcasts, be sure that you seek out support. And be sure that you seek out support. That's very important. We're all in different situations, and I want everybody to be safe, right? Happy endings become sorrowful cries. So even though, like, in the outside of your life, and when I wrote this line, the outside of your life you could be experiencing, like, your family members can be in seasons of happiness, seasons of like beautiful transitions and things of that nature. And then you wish and you hope that is what your life would look like. But like when you go back home and you get into those spaces with that, toxic individual, it's not what it is, right? And for many reasons, and like I said, this is what I feel like the trauma bond is. It is literally unhealed people together, right? And then it's this projection of these emotions onto an individual. A toxic in or dysfunctional individual may project those unhealthy, those emotions, those insecure emotions onto you because they themselves are hurting, they themselves are miserable, they themselves need healing, they themselves are like dealing with hurts and are just healing, when needing to heal. So let's see. Yet all the same, they smooth over my insecurities. So in the midst of this like confusion, right? This person like abusing you and you're like on the receiving end of it. They will turn around and say like, I love you. And they would cover your insecurities, and then you're back into this cycle. Like it's almost like they suck you back in because all you're looking for is validation. You're looking for someone to just cover that unhealed portion of your heart, right? Tradition, because this is literally what your life is. This happens way more times than you can keep count of. These cycles, the ups and downs, the confusion, the abuse, and then the need for validation, and then the I'm sorry's, and it just happens. It's just what your life has become. I sink into wrinkles of myself. I'm sorry, guys. There's like fireworks and stuff, like it's like the beginning of the year. I'm sorry if you guys like heard those fireworks, but it says I sink into wrinkles of myself. So you're like growing, you're getting older, and you're stuck in this situation. You're stuck in this dysfunctional relationship, and you're looking for a way out. The only thing that you can do is just to sink into like old facets of yourself, because those are like safe places for you, right? No longer feeling, no longer loving. So this person has sucked the love out of your heart. This person has literally caused this just immense pain. There's no joy there. There's no light there. There's just darkness, right? I allow you to hurt me. So then you would get to a place where you allow it to occur. You expect it to occur. You expect it. Like when this person comes home, you expect this person to abuse you, right? And you just get into this place of numbness. I am now in survival mode. So you're just surviving at this point. I mean, it's in like in the simplest form. Like the only thing that you can do, like you don't have the time to tend to your emotional health. You don't have the time to tend to your mental health. You don't have the time to tend to your spiritual health. Like you just do not have the time to tend to things that will make you feel better. Now it's literally surviving. And depending on like how bad the situation is, you literally have learned to survive. You're learning what to say. You're learning what not to say. You're learning the pattern, right? So yeah, that was Pools of Confusion. If any of you guys are going through, like I said, abusive relationships, please reach out for support. There's like, I'm pretty sure there's like non-profit organizations in the cities that you live in or nearby cities that you live. And there's so many places you can reach out and they will just literally help you make a plan going forward. And just be careful, be safe, everybody. But like I said, this is a journey of me coming out of just very dysfunctional relationships, friendships, and things of that nature. And in the midst of it, me finding Jesus, of course, and Jesus helped me break a lot of those strongholds. And he taught me how to love myself. And when I was able to love myself, I was able to continuously walk forward in life and just let go of things that were no longer for me. And I wasn't afraid to let go of things. If you're in this relationship because you are afraid to let go, you're afraid to be alone, and like you're afraid to walk into the unknown, I want to rest assured. I just want to just assure you that I feel like sometimes we would go through things in our lives where God would like gracefully break us, but it's to pull us closer to him. It's to increase our faith in him. So that step forward that you are fearing, like you're so afraid of, it's the step that you need to take, right? Because it's gonna propel you down a path in your life that is toward your destiny, toward your purpose. God is going to bring you to spaces where you could use and comfort others. You could use your testimony. Like, your testimony and your triumphs is something that no one can take from you. Yes, you may have been in relationships where you did not have a voice, you couldn't speak, you didn't necessarily have a safe space to emotionally process and just to express yourself in a vulnerable way. I want to tell you that God is going to bring you to spaces where your story is going to be someone else's hope. So hang in there, be encouraged, pray through this. You will get through this. This is temporary, okay? God bless you, and tune into the next video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And once again, I will be praying for you. Bye-bye.